777-0603-264.
Yo, this is OG Charlie Franks, and you are listening to London Hot Radio.
Yeah, yes. Good afternoon, people. How you all doing out there? It's me, Lady J, on London Hot Radio. Big up DJ Sin. Big up Al Mac for your show.
Thank you.
I was saying to Sin, yeah, my play some dance all in there.
I love doing that.
Let's get him to dance to some dance hall on a Sunday morning, shall we?
Already done my dancing already.
You done your dancing already?
I've done my dancing already, yes.
Yeah. So how's it been? How are you anyway?
I'm good, I'm good. Try to keep up with the Joneses, you might
Yeah,
say.
I try not to keep up with the Joneses.
No.
but it is so difficult,
Yes,
People are trying to keep up with the Joneses, but when you really
Yeah.
think about it, do you want to keep up with the Joneses?
Not really. I only say that for a laugh.
Do you know who the Joneses are?
The bigger ones, the one with the money, lollipops, so.
Here in that London Hot Radio, the Joneses are the ones with the lollipops. Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk about how the week's been, really,
Yeah, well, for me, the week has been, put it this way, slow.
Yeah.
I didn't do a lot. Usually, go in the garden trying to do something.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean, the weather wasn't all that perfect. So I had to stay indoors and listen to some records and read the Bible and do whatever I can indoors.
Yeah,
And
best thing to
when I
do.
get bored, I might just jump in the car and
Go for a drive.
go for a drive and park
Yeah.
the car and go for a run.
Okay. That's good.
I met someone the other day, and I was actually driving a car, so I stopped, and he said to me, "Where you going?" I said, "Well, I'm going for a run." He said, "Well, you're going for a run in your car?"
That's a good one.
I said, "No, well, I'm going to park the car, and then I take a run."
Yeah. So where'd you go?
I sort of a run from, Streatham, down the other end, all the way down to Mitcham, around that
Okay, is it-
area.
Okay, so you don't go in like in the park, because a lot of people do drive and to a spot and
Yeah.
near a park and
Yeah,
go into
but-
the park and
This park in Mitcham is big, and the thing about it, it's a bit muddy.
yeah. But
Yeah.
what about if you go? Because you can still run on the pathways, if it's a
Yeah,
slow,
but-
slow, nice, steady pace.
Yeah, but if you go in the park, it's not a pathway there. You just go run in the grass,
Oh, okay.
and the grass is
I
quite
can't
muddy.
remember what that one looks like now.
Yeah, it's quite a big park. During the summertime, I sort of go down and have exercise and things like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that's good.
during the winter, I just leave it alone because, like I said, it's too much muddy, and shoes and everything get muddy, and obviously I don't like that because I have to go and clean it and everything before going indoors.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, everything is good. Talked to a few friends, and in fact, I was talking.
You got to keep in touch with your friends at this time,
Yes. Well, I got a friend there. His name is Winston, and usually we talk together, good conversation for an hour or two. And I was talking to him just a couple of days ago, and we're talking about different things like Commander B.
Okay, yeah,
Commander
yeah,
B wife who died, and
Yeah.
Commander B himself just came out of hospital with some very
Yeah.
serious illness, but he seemed to be doing all right
Get
now.
well, Commander B. Get well soon.
But the wife just went into hospital, and that was it. She's finished. So, in fact, I've got to sort of.
Our condolences to Commander B's family
yeah.
and friends, at this such a sad time.
It is a very sad time. It's a
Stay
very sad
strong,
time.
Commander B.
Yes. It's a lot of people going through a lot of things.
Oh,
If it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
someone dying, someone going hungry, other things.
Yeah, there's various things. You
Yeah,
know. 'Cause,
yeah.
I mean, the kids are going back to school now. I mean,
Yes.
our school, for example, my academy, where we're based in Richmond, and we never closed.
Mm.
We remained open for the key worker kids.
Okay.
And it really did help. And we had like a rota that were made into bubbles, basically.
Yeah.
And it was like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, 7, 8, so forth, you know. And I was week 3 and week 6. So that meant that I had to go into the building.
Okay.
You know, go into school because there were kids there, you know.
Right. Okay.
And they're all based in one room, computer room. So it's it's an IT suite. So they're all based in the IT suite. We have 2 of them that we use. We have quite a few IT in the building, but because we needed to contain, you know, the kids in the bubble, you know, keep the safety. So we had two rooms in the school, and students were the rooms. Started off at about 15 kids, you know, coming in, and you know, it was difficult for them.
Yeah,
you know, and we praise them that the effort, and you know, even for their parents as well.
Yeah,
and they gradually came in the whole time.
Well, I mean, the children have been out of school all this time, and I mean, they can't wait to get back to school because
some of them
friends and everything.
Yeah, some of them want to come back, and some of them are not too don't feel too comfortable because, you know, we got to think about their mental health and safeguarding and so on. So there's not a thing where they're being forced, but it is advised, you know, because some of the kids that haven't been coming into school, and we've been teaching them online. So every morning I have to get up. I mean, I'm normally up at 4 in the morning. You know, this was before the lockdown, you know, to travel to get into work. Because I like to get to work early, have me breakfast at work, sort myself out, you know, and so forth. And I'm not driving at the moment, so it's London Transport. You know, big up yourself, London Transport. Doing a great job. And, you know, getting into work and sorting myself out early, that's me.
Yeah.
So being at home, I still, you know, not get up that early, but, you know, get up early enough because the lessons are put into classrooms. So you've got as you open your screen, you go onto the classroom link, and then you click on, and there's different classrooms in that section. And whatever lesson it is, so I still had to continue following my timetable. So whatever lesson it is that that the kids are going into, we make sure that they're in there. There's a register, so the register has to be taken every morning. They log in, we can see them on screen. You know, everyone's got their cameras off, and you can see their names come up and everything on screen, so we know who's there. There's a list that says who's there. We can see who's signed the register. And the day begins. They start school at 8:30. So constantly I had to make sure as well that lessons, because I do one-to-one and group work lessons as well. So I had to make sure, put my lessons into the classroom as well.
Okay.
And it is, you know, I literally had to do a course, you know, and I'm quite proud of myself because it's not easy because, you know, you worry about, oh my God, we're going to lose connection.
Yeah.
You know, and which that does happen because this is a new thing, you know, and we're getting to grips with it. We're doing quite well, you know, because as I said, you know, we were able to do classes as well. We've had several classes because it changes all the time. And once the lesson's in the classroom, we have to put the date, make sure the date's there, make sure the kids that are in that group are there. Yeah, are there as well. So, you know, you have to click on the box and tick the ones that are going to be in the group. And, you know, if they're, because as you click on it, it says they're all there. So it's for you to click off the students that are not in that group.
It sounds like a very, very responsible
job.
Oh,
yes, you know? It is. It is.
There's a lot, what you said to me just now is a lot involved.
Yeah, it is.
And there's more.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So tell me this. Now school is going to open. Are you still going to work from home?
No. I'm back in school now.
You're back in school now.
We went in on Friday. All the teaching staff were in on Friday because teacher training day to get us ready, get the school ready, and so forth. I mean, they've been, you know, more things that we had to do. Training that had to be done. Yeah, but
it's more sort of restrictions in place because I think they said that the children have to wear masks.
Yes, the children have to wear masks now. Yeah.
How is that going to work out? Because I mean,
well, a lot of them were wearing them before in our academy, You know, so they had the option. If they wanted to wear it, they would. A lot of them were wearing it anyway. And this was before the lockdown, before, you know.
Well,
and
if they're happy doing so, because
well,
you know,
they've got no choice, you know.
they should have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, if
Because
they're
children,
if they're exempt, then that's different. But you know, this is not coming from the school. Remember, this comes from high above. This is what the government's.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people fail. You know, even the kids. You know, they say, "Oh, Miss, I don't want to do this, and I hate maths." And oh, why do we have to do this? We done this last year, or we done this the other day. Yeah, the reason why we have to do it again is to make sure you know what you're doing. So it's like a reminder. It's like a revision. So you know what you're doing for when your exams come up.
Right.
You should sail through it. So, as much as you know, they'll moan about some of them, that you know they all had their masks on them. This was before the lockdown anyway, before Christmas, and they all had their masks on them. They all had to wear masks. So if they were coming into the building, they've got to put a mask on. Once they go into the classroom, they can remove them.
Oh, they can remove them in
Yeah,
the classroom.
and they're in a bubble.
So what you're saying that they don't actually wear them all day long?
No, you'll get a
Oh,
break because
that's
you get a
different, because I was
break.
thinking-
You get a break because there's break time, and in the classrooms they'll take them off. You know, I assume.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know, because you constantly have to tell children that put your mask back on, because we have a one-way system, and we had the one-way system before the lockdown,
Right.
and that was made up from the last lockdown that we had, so that was put in place. So it's a one-way system.
Yeah, but do they have to cut down on the numbers what they had in class before because of this distancing thing? And that means if they were, say, for instance, having 12 pupils in the class, then because of the distance, then they have to cut it down to 10 or 9 and whatever.
Well-
or the same numbers.
It'll be the same numbers. As I said, maybe 1 and 2 will be cut down because there's lots of groups that go on every day.
Yeah.
So you won't guarantee that all the students will be in that class. There's music lessons and stuff like that. Individual students learning to play the piano, for example, so they might have to leave the lesson
Right.
at a certain time to go and do their music lesson.
Right.
However, we do have a music class for everybody, but there's individual students that their parents want them to do a bit more within the music. So
Right,
they'll,
okay.
so there's there'll be times when they won't be the full amount in the class, and plus the full amount might not be there because some of the kids don't want to come back, so they might not come back because if it's interfering with their mental health,
Yeah.
you can't force them because
No.
mental health is a high it's high level at this present time with the COVID
Exactly.
and everything that's
Exactly,
going on.
yeah. Yeah.
So we try and make it as comfortable as we can for them. So if there are some that have to work at home because there are children that have got asthma and so forth, and they may not be able to wear the mask the full time in the class or wear a mask at all. So maybe those ones may have to work at home. They have a laptop, so they log in to their classrooms as usual and make sure, and it is monitored. The classrooms, we can see how interactive the student's being. If the student's not being interactive enough, then it's put on, it's put on file.
Right.
No
okay.
interaction or very wasn't focused in lessons, stuff like that.
Right.
So they have to, and the thing is, to me, the microphone on the classrooms, they can, you have to turn them off, but when they want to talk, they can
Turn them on again.
turn them on and speak. There's a comment section, so if they don't want to speak, they can comment, but they're free to sort of, comment verbally if they wish. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? We just have to take it one day at a time.
Right.
And see how they get on, because as far as I know, not all students are going to be in school all at once.
No.
They're going to be, maybe, for example, we might have year 10s and year 11s in, or year 10 or year 9 and 8.
Right. So
at no given time, it's for this week. It's not going to be full on. Everyone's back.
Right.
So it's like going to be, different year groups coming in, maybe for 2 days at a time, or, take it, at a slow pace for them.
Yeah, but this music lessons, what you talk about, the people have to.
Oh, students that have to leave, yeah.
But I thought they had a sort of a special time to do their music without interfering with their school lessons.
Well, that would be what the parents want, you see.
Oh, that is what.
So
the
if it's
parents
that's
want.
what the parents want, you know, that's already been arranged. That this student's going to have music lessons, or student's having extra English lessons. I
Right.
do a learning resilience group, which is psychological, and it's based on students learning how to develop their minds, learn different because they learn things in different ways. So it will be developing their minds, building their confidence,
Yeah.
helping with their mental health also. So it's different activities I do with them, and I have a group
That's great.
4
That's
times
great.
a week.
I do hope this is the last lockdown, because don't forget it's nearly 12 months since this has been
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on, and I think it has done a lot of damage to the children. Yeah, because they lose out on so much.
Yeah, and then
And-
you've got some of them that don't log in at all.
That is what I'm
So
saying.
they've not been
That is-
doing any work, and that's
Yeah.
been about 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
not logging in at all, doing any work, staying at home, probably not talking to anyone, or probably, you know, talking to their friends online,
Mm.
but they haven't been doing any school work. So those students that are going back into school that haven't done any lessons online,
It's like they
gonna
have to
be
start all over again,
it's like they can, yeah.
and that's not good, is it?
So, I mean, there's lots of things in place because, as I said, you know, there's various different groups
Yeah.
within the academy, so that they're able to catch up if they need to catch up.
Mm.
We've have homework clubs. If they haven't submitted homework and stuff like that,
Right.
you know, so we have homework clubs to help them to catch up during the lunch times. There's various different groups that are one-to-one or group work, that, you know, ways of them catching up, you know, at a
Yeah.
slower pace,
Yeah.
you know, but for them, giving them the understanding that, you know, they're going to have to, you know, work a little bit
Harder.
harder. Yeah.
So, have you ever come across children who really, really awkward? When I said awkward, don't want to do what you told them to do,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
and that could cause a lot of problems as well.
Yeah.
Because if a child say to you, "Oh, miss, I don't want to do that," and you try to force a child,
Well,
that child could go home and say things to the parents.
Well, put it this way.
And
We don't force them. You can't force them as such. But there's things in place. If a student is refusing to work, now that means that you're refusing. So there's different sections of levels that they're going to. They don't want to do this. Fair enough. They'll get. They're not just going to be left alone. They'll get a mark to say that not interacting or not being focused or refusing.
at
So
that
that's a di-
stage, I'd just say you all get in touch with the parents and let them know exactly what is
Oh yeah,
going
yeah,
on
you have
with,
to.
with the
Yeah,
child
yeah.
or children or whatever.
So if they're refusing to do work or refusing to interact, then obviously there's going to be a detention. You know, because
Detention, that means you're going to put them somewhere
yeah, there's
for a little while.
they have there's a department where we have they can still do their work in there. There's laptops and stuff like that, so they're able to do their work, but they're all in that room.
Right.
There's students in that room that are on detention. They have to write within that room. They will write a statement to say what happened, what's the reason why you don't want to do the work. That statement is then processed, you know, and you know, obviously a letter will be, parents will be emailed and so forth.
Right. Okay.
Depending on what they've put in their statement, then we can take it from there, because we also have safeguarding. It could be a student don't want to do the work because maybe something's going on at home that they can't handle, or, you know, that's our job. It's our responsibility, safeguarding, to find out what's the reason you don't want to do that.
So, do you have sort of a counselors in school?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah. To talk
Oh yeah,
to
yeah, we do.
problem children.
Yeah. So that's therefore when the student has written the statement, and they sign it as well and dated and everything, then from there, when we can find out from the statement what's gone on,
Yeah.
why is it, then if they need to see a counsellor, then we proceed with them seeing a counsellor.
Well, that's good.
And a lot of the
Yes.
time, it's because there's something going on at home, or
Yes.
something going on in school. They're being bullied, or could be anything.
Especially this lockdown, people lock indoors and they ever go at each other anyway.
Well, even before the
so-
lockdown, we had that in place, because you have to have a detention system in place,
Of course,
and you
yeah,
have to
yeah.
investigate. We don't just say, right, detention, that's it, in the corner. No, it has to be investigated. Why did this child throw the chair across the room, or why? And then they will tell you. A lot of the time they do tell you why,
Yeah.
because they're able to write it down. And psychologically, them writing it down, it's a different level. That they're able to put it on paper.
Right. Okay.
What's
Okay.
happened and what's going on at home, what led to this.
Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
they won't talk. We also have in place, if there's anyone they feel comfortable talking to about it, they can talk to them.
That's good. That is
So
good.
there's several,
Yes. Well, Lady J, I've got my single right there.
Yes.
If you push the button.
Okay, it's on.
No, it's this one. This side.
Where are we?
This side.
Oh my God, I've forgotten how to work this.
Yes. Just
Go on, press it. You're single, because that's out now, isn't it? Okay. Gosh, this lockdown. Okay, so Al Mac. Right, so this single is Al Mac, our DJ here at London Hot Radio. This is his single. It's on all digital platforms. Listen to the words, people. The name of the track is called You'll Burn.
You have done to my people. Do you listen? You lie, you rob, you steal, you kill, then you plead not guilty. What you sow, you shall surely reap. What you take, you will not keep. You will burn. Oh yeah. You will burn for what you have done to my people. You will burn for what you have done to my people. You taken what we got, then you say it must be like that. Wickedness and destruction of my people. You will burn for what you have done to my people. Yeah. You will burn for what you have done to my people. What you sow, you shall surely reap. What you take, you will not keep, 'cause you will burn. Oh yeah, you will burn for what
track.
Yes, that was
Nice
Almac.
track.
You can get that single anywhere. You'll Burn, Almac.
So what inspired you to write this
The
this
reason
song,
why
You
I wrote
Burn?
this song because all the things has been going on, taking place with us and everything like that. At the time when I wrote this, I was very hurt because of the especially all the shooting going on in America and here as well. Police was actually
Oh, you-
killing people and
okay,
everything, and I
okay.
feel hurt about it. So I sat down one Sunday afternoon and I thought, gonna write me a song. It was difficult. It was difficult, but I've got my friend to do me a track from
Right.
the computer, sort of give me a guidance about what I
Okay,
want to do.
okay, Yeah.
And he did that, and he sent it on to me, and I put those words to it.
Okay.
And the friends,
okay, cool.
his name is Vince Smith. He's the one who played keyboard and that. And Clinton Rock Jones is playing the guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the backing vocal, AJ Franklin.
Oh wow! Some great
AJ
people
Franklin
on
was
there.
doing that. So yeah, I mean, I spent. It's not only that one. I did another two. Yeah.
Okay. You wrote another two the
I-
same day.
The same day.
Wow.
Well, the other two is there,
Right.
and one it made me strong, and the other one is praise him. The other one is praise
Okay.
him. So my intention is to actually publish the next one,
Right. Right.
which is praise him,
Okay.
and then I'll do
cool.
the other one, which is made me strong. Yeah.
Right.
That is. In
yeah.
fact, I was talking to Sin this morning about it, and he's going to do it anyway. So people, you can wait for that, and you can listen to Almac and his vocal, his single.
Yeah, big up yourself, Almac. So yes, people. So Almac's new track, You'll Burn, and it's available on all digital platforms. So go get it, people. Nice track.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lady J.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I tell you, there's loads, there's so much going on, I mean, even back to the kids now. Let's go back to the kids.
Yes.
Do you know they've got something called scores?
Scores.
Yeah.
Explain.
Where kids.
Oh, scores.
I
is
mean,
like,
it's been around for a long time, but it's started up again with these kids. So yeah, and
let me see if I get this right. Scores.
Okay.
Is that means they get so much points for the good things that they have done. Is that it? Or
I
wrong?
wish it was. Right. This is now we're talking road. We're talking about the man them on the road. There's a new, all fun and joke aside, this is a
Yeah.
bit serious.
Yeah.
Because there's a new thing, I mean, it's been around for a while called scores. And they literally go after someone, attack them,
No.
and they get score point. They score points for it.
It's a bit dangerous.
Yeah, it is. Do you I don't know if you remember one time. I remember back a good few years ago, and they had this game called Chicken, where the kids they'd run across the road,
Yeah.
in front of oncoming traffic.
Joking.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know what I mean? But kids, there's so much, and it's just for us to, as parents as well, to teach them the right way. Because it's all about the upbringing. Because I don't know what could possess someone to just run across the road.
It's a bit dangerous.
That's a score. It's like a score.
Oh.
So with
my
this other one that
goodness.
they've got now, and there's a lot of that going on where they're, people getting stabbed and
No,
madness and you know what I mean. But I'm not saying what can we do. What can we do? We have to talk to our kids,
Well,
and educate them.
yeah.
Be around, be there for them. There's a lot of sometimes you find parents that they're on their phone. I'm seeing parents on their phone and they're pushing a pram and they're on their phone. Where's the interaction with the child in the pram or the child that you're holding their hand or
Yeah,
you've got
but,
these kids walking behind?
It's a lot of that
You
going
know,
on now.
we got to, sometimes put down the phone. You know what I mean? if you're on the road with the kids, because so many, so many dangers out there, and there's so much madness, and we just have to be aware, you know. So I always, encourage people, if there is ever you're not sure about anything, mental health or different things that are going on, Google it, because where anything you're not sure of, if you Google it, there's always help and support, and there's a lot of help and support at the moment, because a lot of parents are worried, with their kids being in schools, with the pandemic situation that's going on at the moment. A lot of them are worried. There's lots of different avenues that they can take if they're worried, because some of them, they're so worried, they're confused, the kids are coming in, they're doing what they want to do, they're not focused on what they're supposed to be doing. Sometimes they might say, oh, Mum, can you show me how to do this? Because some kids, they're at home, they've got homework to do. Even though our homework system, we got it online, so they can just log on, do the homework. And sometimes the kids might say, oh, Mum, can you help me with this? I'm not sure. Dad, can you? Oh, go away, I'm busy. What are you busy doing? You're on your phone, So sometimes take time for the child that come and says, oh, Mum, can you help me with this? Or it might be something to you, it might be something simple and, oh, this is wasting my time, I don't want to see. Make time for your kids, because you had them. You know what I mean? They didn't choose to be here.
Right.
So you've got to make time for your kids, know what your kids are doing outside, because a lot of parents don't know what their kids are doing outside.
And that's not good enough,
And that's not good, because they're getting into so much trouble, and the parents are not aware until it's on their doorstep.
They need guardians. They need parents to talk to them about the wrong and the right.
Yeah, that's why there's a lot of things. There's a lot of help available, for parents to reach out, and that there's so much support.
You must find that there's quite a lot of uncaring parents out there.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
And
that's why we have safeguarding.
Right. And again, some parents cannot control their kids. They're afraid of doing so.
Yes.
And I think I know the reason why they're afraid, because if they try to not even bully, but talk to their kids about the wrong and the rights in a appropriate way, or whatever it is, or a bad way, then obviously that kid could look at it and said, well, you try to bully me or something like that, and they could actually call the police and the parents.
Oh yeah.
And when they come along, all that sort of thing.
That happens. Yeah.
That sort of thing is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
Because it makes parents nervous. Yeah?
But you see, the thing is, how did it get to that? That's my question. How did it get to the stage
Parents, for a start. It's the parents.
Right. So, even though it's the parents, how did the parents let it get to that?
Because they don't know better themselves.
There you are. See, because a lot of parents don't know better themselves,
There you go.
And they haven't even got people around them to even show them the right thing to do or the right way, but
Exactly.
at the same time, the world is made up of different people with different thoughts and different beliefs and different ideas in how they want to run their life and their kids' life, and sometimes there's nothing you can do about it, which is really sad.
It is, in a
But
way, yeah.
that's the way of the world. That's life. That's how the world is. Even in politicians, the politicians are arguing with each other. So there is never ever going to be a world where everything is smooth.
No, it never be a perfect world. Never.
However, we can continue trying to make it better. Hence why there's lots of different things in place.
Yeah, but we can keep on trying. But always someone there to try and hold you back.
Yeah.
The more you push, the more someone hold you back.
Yeah, but then you keep pushing, you keep going as well. You're not going to let that person, as much as they're pushing, you're not going to sit down and say, oh, I can't do it anymore. No, you keep going. Every morning you can get up in the morning and you got life. God has given you that gift to get up. So that means that you have to keep trying.
Yes, I know exactly.
Even if you try 1,000 different ways, you know what I mean? You say, all right then, that way didn't work. That way didn't work. Let me try it this way. You're going to keep trying. You have to keep trying.
But don't you think that people do get fed up trying? Because some people, they are very short.
Yeah, there are people like that.
They get fed up trying. They try once, twice, 3 times. They don't get through. They said, well, no, I can't be bothered with that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
what they
simple.
should do, maybe go on to something else, try something else. If
You
they,
know-
I mean, I'm a motivation. You
You
know, what I mean,
are.
I'm all into motivation and motivating people, and I've motivated a lot of people that even think that, you know, they thought they couldn't do this or they couldn't do that or they didn't want to get up, and you know, I've motivated them and got them up.
Yeah,
and
but
about.
that is you.
Yeah,
But
that's me, yeah.
But some people, they are limited.
Yeah, some people are limited, but what can you do?
Yeah.
Mm.
If they're missing one,
Mm.
they can't do the other one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Some people are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
I'm
people are
telling you,
like that.
a
But
lot of
I
people
just
is like that.
believe, I just believe the only way the world is going to be,
Well,
the world is going to be what it is. You know, people are going to have different
I
beliefs.
like that word.
Yeah.
It will be what it will be.
It is what it is.
Because
it is what it is.
I can't
It's
see.
just for you as the individual to make your life better and your
Exactly.
life the way you
Exactly.
want it.
Exactly.
And encourage who you can. You know, some people, you'll say to them, I know people that I've said in the past, well, you know, do this and you know.
Mm.
Yeah. They'll go away and they'll come back and they say, oh, you know, such and such said to me that I should do this. But then I know the same thing me tell you. So you never hear when me say that to you, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those kind of people I look at as, okay, you're the ones that are fighting me down. Because the advice that I've given you, I've seen your potential and I've given you this advice and given you
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
to say, try this, and you've come back to me with somebody else who's on the same kind of levels as me then,
Yeah.
mindset,
Yeah.
I should say, the same kind of mindset, but you've not taken my encouragement, you've more gone for that person, you know, and I, you know, and watch and I see and I say, okay, you know, several occasions that has happened, so therefore, me don't talk.
Right. You talk about this world.
Don't talk with certain
Yeah. But
peoples, because there are people there that when they you do something and they try and hold you back, or they try and
yeah.
you know, throw a spanner in the works or say certain things, certain people you just got to stay away from them and do what you've got to do for yourself.
That is one thing.
Do you know that certain people are toxic?
I know.
Some people are energy vampires.
They cannot help.
They can't help it. That is just how they are. They're energy
Yeah.
vampires. They
Yeah.
drain your energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you find that you're around them and it's like, and all them dep on a, boy, you know what happened, you know.
Negative things.
Just negative.
Yeah,
Negative.
yeah.
I can't take that because you're draining my energy and it's making,
Exactly.
and they could contact you on a day when youyou're up. You know what I mean?
Feeling good
You're
and
already feeling
everything.
good, and then
Yeah.
they, you know, have contacted you,
Yeah.
and they're just on this tip, and you know what, this happened and that happened and you know, not to say that I won't give you advice or listen to what you're saying, but even when I give you advice, you still come back with a negative energy.
Yeah.
So you're not really listening to what I'm saying. So therefore, me don't talk.
It's best.
I'm wasting my energy because I'm feeling drained. I'm around you and you're dragging me down. You know, you're draining my energy and you're
Yeah.
making me go to that low, you know, well,
Yeah.
I don't want to be
yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
So when you find yourself going to that low, that's when you say, you know what? No. You know what? Come on.
those people you have to keep away from.
You keep away from them. They're
Yeah.
called energy vampires. Drain your
I
energy.
like that word.
Yeah.
Energy vampires.
Energy vampires. You got a plan, you tell them your plan is like, boy, you sure you can do that though? Have
No
you ever done that?
encouragement. They don't
No
encourage you.
encouragement.
No.
No encouragement, you know? You've got to try. You've got to try. Millions of people that have tried different things and failed in one thing and they try something else and then they find their...
They make, they make it.
You've got to. You've got
yeah,
to make your life how you want it to be.
Well, in this world, and in these days, you have to.
You have to. You have to. You've got to be
Because-
trying to be happy.
It's like dog eating dog.
Mm.
You know, you have to look after yourself. If you don't, nobody else will.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
So, you know, and because I'm the type of person, I've got a good heart. So, you know,
Well,
people always come to me for advice and a lot of them take it. Some of them don't, you know, but,
well, that's great.
you
It's
know,
great
but the ones
because-
that, you know,
Yeah.
do take it, you know, respect, you know, and they'll come back and they'll say, you know what, you remember when we was talking about, and you know what, I tried that, and I'll tell you, because what I do is meditation.
Right.
So I'll sit in the lotus position and I'll meditate, and a lot of the time, sometimes you need to do that. You need to slow yourself down. Take that time out for yourself. Slow down, relax, meditate.
And breathing exercise.
Breathing exercise. You know what I mean?
Make yourself feel free of
yeah,
everything.
and just free
you
yourself
know?
of everything.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to do that, and a lot of people, I've mentioned that to them, and you know, they've done it, and they feel much, much better within themselves.
You know, it's nice when you actually dealing with a nice person, and you know for a fact you can sit down and have a conversation without you know, that person feeling anyway, and you
Yeah.
feel anyway. Like I said, I think it's great, and you touch on the point where you said something about well, put this way, controlling this world, and the way I see it, men will control this world, and this world will never be a world which everyone could live in and be happy, because those people always make it difficult for us. Yeah, by doing
Try to. Try
no,
to.
they're not
They
trying.
try to make. That's why I said you
They're not
can't.
they make it
yeah, but you
difficult
can't.
for you.
Yeah, even though they make it difficult, you still, you know, because you'll get your bills, and you think, oh my God, I've got 6 red letters. How am I going to pay this?
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
But as I say, there's ways. If you're struggling to pay bills, there's companies that you can contact, and they will arrange certain
Payments.
payment
to that
schemes
company.
that you can to that
Yeah,
company,
a low
so that you can
payment
pay.
which you can afford. To that
Yes,
company.
yeah.
Well, yes.
You know, but if you don't contact the companies, and the letters, and they're not going to stop, because they're just doing their jobs, you know, sending out the letters, because they're looking at their files. They're saying, well, this person hasn't paid from Ray. They're just doing their job, sending out the letters. But it's for you to contact them and say, listen, I can't afford to pay all at once. Can you set up a scheme for me where I can pay a certain amount in installments, a month or a week or whatever? And they're 100% of the time they're gonna say yes, because you're making an offer to pay.
Yeah, well, many people they won't do that. If they get a letter which is
I know
a threatening
they
letter,
won't do that.
they rather kick it under the carpet and leave
Exactly.
it there, hoping it might go away.
And it doesn't go away.
At the same time, they're listening out for the door.
Yeah,
If
so they're
there's-
not making their life any better,
No,
are they?
if they hear a knock up on the door, they don't open the door because their mind reflect back on what
Yeah.
letter they had.
Yeah,
they push
so
that under
they,
the carpet.
yeah.
So
yeah.
it's best thing if you get a threatening letter, react to it. You
Well,
know?
as soon as you get the letter, a reminder,
Yeah.
the threatening letter doesn't come first. The reminder comes. It's just reminding you, because we all forget. That's why we have diaries. You know what I mean? We all forget. So it's just a reminder to remind you that you haven't paid this bill.
Right.
If they you can also contact them via email. The email address should be there, or a phone number for you to contact them. You contact them, let them know that I can't afford to pay it all at once. Can I set up an installment? They'll do that for you.
That's a better way of doing that.
They'll do that for you. You don't have to wait for the red letter. However, if they've kicked the reminder under the carpet and the red letter comes and they kick that under the carpet, the company's just going to keep contacting you, or they'll send it on to a different agency, which will be like bailiff agency. Then you'll be getting letters from them.
But you see, the thing
Even though you can still make arrangements with bailiffs as well, if it gets
yes,
to that
I
stage.
know.
So there's lots of things in place before you
yeah.
get to that stage where, you know, you're panic. Well, there's lots of things in place,
Yes.
you know,
right,
to
yeah.
help.
But what I'm saying is, when these people who are actually in need set up a payment to their, people who they actually own money, and say, for instance, they were paying, say, £10 a month, and they only can afford, say, £3 a month. I mean, that company, they're going to charge them interest and what they did not pay. And eventually, they will end up paying much more than they borrowed.
Yeah, well, that's the way of the world, isn't it?
Well, makes life difficult for.
Yeah, but what can we do? It still has to be paid, or if it's not paid, then the bailiffs are going to come round. So they, even if they've got to pay the interest, at least they're getting the option to pay something, because not all of them is going to be interest where you're going to have to pay, interest. Some of them are not. You know, as I said, there's a government scheme where, you know, it's been put in place, and you don't have to. As far as I know, there's no interest on that. You know, should I mention their name? I think I mentioned their name before, but Google it.
What do they do? They give out loans.
No. You pay them, and they pay the debtors.
Oh.
So if you can only afford to pay £3, they can consolidate all your debts into one, and then they pay the company, and you're paying them back.
Oh,
so therefore, there's no interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well.
And that is that's one of the top debt agents. I don't work for them. Step Change.
Now, if you're listening,
but I just know they're very, very good, and I've advised
Yeah.
a lot of people about Step Change, and they've gone for it. And when they thought they could never get out of debt, you know, I said, try Step Change, man. What's wrong with you? Step Change. What's that? You know, you know, and they try, and a lot of them, because you, as I said, you pay them, and that's a government. And that was put in place. I remember. I don't know if everyone remembers Citizens Advice Bureau.
Yeah,
you know, where you could walk into
Are they still around?
They're around. They are. They're around, but they're only online.
Only online.
They're only online. Yeah. So you can't. I think there may be. I mean, after the lockdown, there might be a few places where you can actually. You can't walk in anymore.
Oh.
You know, you can only make the appointment online.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a basically, once you're doing it online, you have to have an account sort of thing, set up an account so that you can log in, make an appointment. Then your appointment's will be sent to you via your email, and
it's not the same.
You know, you can walk in.
It's not the same.
If they've got the premises there, then you'd be able to walk in. But this was before like lockdown. But there's not many of them around. Everything's done online. Hence why they would advise people about Step Change. So no, it's not the same. But you know, the world's changing every day. I mean, it's been changing. It's been going for centuries now. Things are always changing. It's just that there's been a lot of
reset.
Yeah, got me babbling here. The reset.
They're playing God. That's what they're doing.
Well, I don't know. You know, you see when it comes to but at the same time, it's all about yourself. It's all right what they want to do. They're gonna do what they want to do anyway. You know what I mean? They're gonna want us to follow. You know, we've got to follow the rules and whatnot. But then at the same time, make yourself happy.
But at the same time, like I said to you, they make your life difficult for you.
Well, they're not making.
They put things on you which you don't really appreciate.
Yeah, but
things
then
what you
there's.
they force you to do things what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And if someone starts forcing you to do things, that means.
Well, it depends what they're forcing you to do.
Well, the thing, the way I see it now, I mean, there's a lot of things they're going to try and put on us.
Like what? What else can you?
Like
evaluate.
Say, for instance, like the vaccine passport.
Oh yeah. We know that's coming, innit?
Yeah. So what they're saying that if you haven't got that, then you can't go anywhere. Now, to me, that's forcing you to have
the vaccine. Yeah. Well, this is it, innit?
So why are they forcing you to have?
I don't know. I don't know.
There must be something.
But
there.
you know what? I don't let that worry me. You know, that's not bothering me at the moment. At the moment, I'm not planning on going anywhere at the moment.
Well, neither do I.
But at the same time, I mean, I've never had the flu jab either, you know, so I don't really like vaccines. I never had the flu jab.
No.
So
I'm allergic to that.
You know, I'm not really. Yeah. But what can we, you know, it's so difficult. You know, it's so difficult.
It is,
but at the same time, I can't sit down and think, oh, God, they're forcing the vaccine on me. What am I going to do? No, I'm going to make myself happy in the meantime. You know what I mean? Play to a tune. Try and make my life do what I've got to do. Because you see, with the lockdown, a lot of people have started their businesses.
A lot.
A lot of people have started
know,
business,
a
and I
lot of
remember talking about
people.
this
A
before,
lot,
saying this is
yes.
the time to start your business. If you wanted to start a business, now is the time to do it. And I know so many people that have started a business and it is up and running, up and running, and online businesses, and there's some great stuff going on. So
Oh, yes.
even
Oh,
though, sometimes even, with the pandemic, people don't want to go outside. It's got to the stage now where if you're not wearing a mask, people are like, oh, what's wrong with you,
Yeah.
So you can't even walk on the road without a mask because they're looking at you funny now without the mask. I wonder you're exempt. I wonder what's wrong with you then. So it's like it is what it is. But at the same time, you got to be doing what you're doing. I mean, you're done your tune there.
Oh, yeah.
So you're doing what you need to do, and that's what I advise people.
Yes.
Every day I'll advise everyone, try and do what you need to do to make yourself happy, because you can still be happy or comfortable, level-headed.
Exactly.
Take meditation, do exercise, Pilates, go jogging. Even if you want to go for a drive, do something to get out there in nature.
Leave the alcohol alone.
Well, people are going to be drinking alcohol because,
I know.
some of them are celebrating their online businesses. They're drinking champagne and so on.
I know, Lady
But
J.
yeah,
I know.
but yeah, it's a tough world out there, and we got to live in it, and we've got to try and
Yes, I know.
make, as I can't remember that. What's his name? When he says, "Always look on the bright side of life." What was his name again?
Well,
You got to. You ain't got no choice. It is what it is.
You haven't. But sometimes, you say look on the bright side of life, but sometimes, you experience things what you say to yourself, well, why did that ever happen?
What's going on here? Oh, it's falling off.
It's falling off, isn't it? Why did that ever happen?
Yeah. It needs to. I think you've got to loosen it and then loose it back again because it's come off the thing. How did that happen? Sorry, people. That's it. And it's me fiddling about all the time, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that, London Hot Radio. Yeah, so
Okay.
no DJ Sin.
I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
No.
I just get down on my knees for a little while.
No, we were fixing the mic. Oh gosh. Yeah, but you've got to just try and make it what it
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You've just got to try and live good with people, love one another, because there's a lot of love in the world still. Even though there's a lot of people.
Oh, you're gonna find that a lot of love in the world.
There
I mean,
is.
there is.
I'm on internet every day, and I see so many different things on the internet, and there is a lot of love in the world. There is. There's a lot of hate in the world as well, but there's still a lot of love in the world.
When you talk about that, would you
there's
say
some good people?
Yeah, would you say there's more hate than love?
Probably there's more hate, yeah. But still, there's still a lot of good people out there.
I know, but it's like 1 in 10. You have to look very hard to find a nice person out there.
Well, I've met yeah, but that's why I said you got to make yourself happy. Go for a jog. Sometimes you find something, you're there jogging and you meet somebody jogging.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just don't know,
Yeah.
But then I'm not going to sit down and dwell on that, you know what I mean?
I know
I'm
what
just
you're
gonna,
saying. Yeah.
I'm just going to get on with my life and my family. Family
Yeah.
with Sarah and good friends,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's right.
Because
Frustrated with finding the right mastering for your song to a professional commercial standard? New Balance Studios London, UK consists of a combination of great engineers and unique portfolio of vintage and state-of-the-art equipment. New Balance Studios are currently becoming a leader in audio mastering. We also give you 3 options of masters to choose from. So try us now from £70 onwards at www.newbalancestudios.com.
Ready to shoot a video for your music? Contact us for a professional team to shoot and edit your next visual production with high-end audio and video equipment. Contact us on +44 7900 272744 or +44 7880 111 908.
Oh yeah, what's good, London Hot Radio? It's your boy AP Dope, presenting you my brand new single, Weekend, available everywhere. Just do it, man.
Press this one, the green one.
It just says what it is. AP Dope. I just keep on balling for no reason. In the latest switch that drip up every season. I got some love that lasts forever if you help me fight my demons. Would you keep me while I'm down?
So, we're coming off lockdown. I'm sure many of us has thought to ourselves, what's the first thing we're gonna do after lockdown? I don't know what the first thing you guys should do, but I know what the first things you guys should drink. Venom Punch, CBD, mixed with vodka and fruit. Perfect for the summer cocktails. Available for a half price offer only at www.londonhotradio.com. That's www.londonhotradio.com by the original CBD cocktail company.
Drink responsibly. For sale to over 18s only.
Make money from the sun.
Yes, right now. North Kensington Community Energy is selling shares
in solar panels installed on the Westway Sports Centre.
Shares start from £100.
50 if you're on benefits.
With a competitive 3% yearly interest rate on the money raised from selling this clean,
green,
solar generated electricity to the Westway.
The project also creates a community fund
of £42,000 for the local area
and saves 28 tonnes of CO2 every year.
Join the Solar Squad.
Make money,
create a community fund and support the environment.
Invest at repowering.org.uk/NKCE.
Because there's enough sun for everyone.
Do you need exclusive DJ drops, jingles, or dumb plates? Contact us and we...
This one is Turn On.
Look inside your mirror. Are you truly, truly happy? You need to ask yourself this question. As if you're not, then I would advise you to stop from living the life. Don't stifle your conscience. No, mama said, walk in. Don't forget, no, just ignore yourself's a blessing. Don't forget, no, second guessing is regressing. Don't forget, every step you make you're blessed. Don't forget, don't you people fight within themselves just to fit the world's expectations, and it's hazardous to your head. And you got to express yourself. Don't buy that watch, don't buy that drink or feel your own strength. Don't stifle your conscience. So mama said, why in the dark won't take it must out in the light. Hey, don't forget. Just ignore yourself, not blessing. Don't forget.
Yeah, that was Itana and Don't Forget.
Okay, Lady J.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna.
Yeah. So, we're going to wind up our little
Conversation.
Yeah. But it's been good, you know. I mean, we just have to look forward to brighter things.
We'll have to.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
Definitely.
Hope for the best. Hope for the best. And like I said, you know, we have to look to the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And
and your future's bright. Your future's
yeah,
bright.
well,
yeah.
yeah, when you say the future's bright, that means I gotta wear dark glasses.
Well, wear them. Wear them.
Yes,
yeah.
Well, it's nice talking to you.
Yeah, it's been a
anyway.
pleasure. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Thank you. And hopefully, next Sunday, all being well, we should be here.
Yes.
Yes, and we'll have another conversation.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
talk about everyday things, what is actually taking place.
Yeah, because it's mainly like, we're going to be talking about stuff that that's gone on in the week.
Yes, just
Schools,
ordinary stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to be, we're talking about school next week again, because, at the end of the day, the school is, the children are our future.
Right.
It's they're the ones that can really change stuff,
But of course, they're the future.
So, but it's all good.
Yes, anyway.
Stay healthy, everyone.
And big up yourselves, all my listeners.
Yeah, big up yourself to all the listeners.
Tune in next week for Hallmark Live here in London Hot Radio. God bless and keep safe.
Yeah.